Okay, so you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or stretching, moving, doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at, when you listen, it will still be helpful to you in some way. And if you want to listen to this while in a still position, you can just take all the time that you need to arrive to that position and just let your body move in whatever way or ways feel natural and good to you right now. Just letting your body move for you, not worrying about what it looks like, but just coming into your sense of feeling. Letting your spine and shoulders and neck move in whatever ways it feels drawn to move in. And maybe you feel drawn to finding stillness right now. So letting yourself find that stillness whenever you feel ready. And no rush whatsoever. You can let yourself continue to move for as long as you need to and throughout this practice. If you are feeling ready, at any point you can allow yourself to come to a still position with the spine nice and straight. And if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, at any point you can allow the eyes to gently close. And just marking your arrival to this practice, to your body today, with a full and deep cleansing breath. As you take a long, slow inhale in through the nose, filling up fully, and just pausing for a moment when you're full, just experiencing that fullness. And as you need to, slowly letting that go. Exhaling fully. Pushing that last bit of air out of you to pause for a moment and then feel that emptiness. Letting your next breath come as it's needed. And you can breathe just like this for a few more rounds, for as long as it feels good. Just exaggerating your breath, the 4 parts of your breath. Taking a few more sips of air than you might normally. Holding that breath for a few more moments than you would normally. Exhaling a little bit more fully. And then pausing for a few more moments. Just consciously slowing down the rhythm of your breathing. And if right now or at any point you start to feel a bit tight and shallow in your breathing, just trying to focus a little bit more on your exhale, and particularly that very end of your exhale, and seeing if you can pause for a moment after the exhale and wait to feel and watch that inhale come naturally. And as you're noticing your body and your breathing in this moment, you can begin to now notice any expression or any emotions that might be communicated by the expressions on your face. Maybe if there's any tension resting in the mouth or in the forehead, maybe in the nostrils or the chin, or even in the ears. And just noticing how being in that point of awareness where you notice that there is tension holding your jaw maybe a bit tighter than it needs to be, that act of noticing, that act of awareness is exactly what allows you to change. It's what allows you to instead soften. So just feeling your jaw be heavy, allowing your mouth to be soft, letting the chin release, followed by the nostrils, followed by the eyelids, the cheeks, the ears, and the eyebrows and the forehead. So you feel this sensation. It's almost like the muscles on your face are just hanging off of the bones slightly. Even if it's just for a moment. Because you may notice that when you soften the muscles in one area, some tension might creep back in another. So maybe this feels like a game of whack-a-mole right now. And that is okay too. Just noticing where your awareness is drawn to, letting your awareness be drawn to these areas of tension or maybe fidgeting or resistance, and letting that awareness be your starting point, be the power that you need to instead release, instead find some acceptance, exhaling into where you are right now. And just reminding yourself that acceptance does not mean that you agree or like where you are right now. You may be in a point in life where you feel a lot of pain in your body or in your heart or mind. You might feel a lot of anxiety or tension. So remembering that this practice isn't about erasing all of that or ignoring all of the negative things and only focusing on love and light. But this practice is about taking inventory almost of what is present within you. Even the pain, even the sorrow and the hurt that is there. Remembering that sometimes it feels scary to confront these darker things within us. But our tendency to distract and ignore the darker things is what makes it scary. We fear the unknown. And the more we look into the unknown, the more known it becomes. And therefore, the less scary or the less fear we will have involving our own dark sides. And just giving yourself permission to have dark sides. We are all human. And being a human consists of the full range of experiences and emotions and feelings. So allowing yourself to exist in the spectrum wherever you are. Knowing that your capacity to feel good things and loving things is not diminished by your capacity to feel painful things. It's actually more enhanced as we feel what we're feeling is the contrast. So the lower the lows, the higher the highs will be, just like the pendulum swinging. The higher it swings in one direction, the higher it will swing in the opposite direction. So allowing yourself to live in those extremes, knowing that it just means that you're human. If you feel like you're swinging from one thing to the next. And sometimes our biggest source of suffering is all of those should feelings and thoughts that we have. When we are crying or upset or angry, and there's a voice telling us that we should be grateful or we should be feeling joy for the sunny day, or whatever kind of excuses that voice wants to throw at us for why we should be feeling differently. So just knowing that that voice is meaning to be helpful, it's meaning to give you some more love or bring your attention to more love when it thinks you need it. And at the same time, that voice isn't always correct. And sometimes what we should be feeling is what we are feeling. In fact, most of the time, if not all of the time, whatever we are feeling is what we should be feeling. And the only way to move on to the next feeling is by feeling what we are currently feeling. So just take this moment to let your body become heavy. And let yourself sink down into the surface that is beneath you. And just let yourself exhale into this moment, into your body, into whatever stage of life you are in right now. And just give yourself that grace, give yourself that permission to feel what is, no matter what that is for you right now. Letting gravity be that hug. Gravity being that sort of heavy blanket that's keeping you close to the earth beneath you. And keeping everything inside of you, and everything outside. As you just start to notice your skin and just see the shape that your body is in right now. Even with the eyes closed, just seeing the perimeter of your body. And just paying attention to the place where your skin meets the air, or meets the clothes touching your skin. The point where your skin or your body meets the surface beneath you, meets the air above you. As you just remind yourself how your skin is the largest organ in your body. Your skin is a perfect barrier, protecting you from anything harmful that might be outside of you, and keeping everything inside of you. And as your body breathes all on its own, noticing how each pore on your skin, if you could zoom in so close to see the pores all across your skin, noticing how they are gently and really small, opening as your body inhales and closing as your body exhales. Feeling this full-bodied breath, and how your skin is a natural filter, keeping everything harmful or that may be harmful to you away from you, not allowing that to penetrate this barrier that is your skin. And at the same time, welcoming in any light and love that might be helpful to you. Allowing all the good things, all the helpful things to flood into your body. Trusting this natural filter that is you, that is your skin, your body. And remembering the magic that is your skin. And if you remember a time where maybe you got a small cut or paper cut on your finger, hand, and how regardless of what you do, your skin heals. And how your skin will heal completely on its own. And at the same time, there are certain things you can do to aid that healing process. There are ointments and band-aids and maybe salt water you can put in these areas to speed that process along. But regardless, your skin will heal. And our emotional healing works in a similar way. There are certain practices, such as this one, that can aid that process, that can allow you to be present for your healing process, and therefore helping it along. But regardless, you will heal. Your body, your heart is made to heal. Just giving yourself that permission to observe the healing process and to give yourself that grace and that recognition of how much you have been through in this difficult life you've led. Remembering that pain is not comparable. Whatever is the worst thing you've experienced is the worst thing that you know. And it is the same as the worst thing that I know and the worst thing that anyone else knows. It is your worst. And the best thing you've experienced is the same as anyone else's best. It is the ends of your spectrum of experience. So giving yourself permission to feel both ends, not comparing it to anyone else's, but simply being grateful for the events that have happened in your life, for the lessons you've learned from the bad things and the good things, from the strength you have gained from making it through, from making it to this exact moment. Giving yourself that recognition of all of your strength, all the strength it requires just for you to be sitting here in this body, listening to this practice, listening to yourself. And just how amazing that truly is. And if no one else will give you that recognition, giving it to yourself, knowing on a deep level how genuinely strong you are just to have made it to this point in life, and knowing it doesn't matter what anyone else has to say or think about it. This is your experience and this is your life. And you are remarkable. There is no one else in this world who is exactly the way you are. And what you have learned from your experiences is valuable. And you have the ability to share those lessons and share your unique sense of love, expression of love with the world around you. However shallow or deep you cast that net. Even if you just share it to your best friend, or if you share it to the world, regardless, you are remarkable for just being here. I'm just taking a moment now to bring your attention to your heart. And just feeling this unique pulse that is inside of your chest. Remembering how this heart has been by your side or been inside of you for your entire life, from before you even took your first sip of air. From the time you were in your mother's womb up to this exact moment, this heart has been pumping life into you. Just taking a moment to feel this life. To feel this life that is pumping through you. Maybe placing one or both hands on top to just encourage that feeling from the outside as well. And just reminding yourself of this gift that is your life, your body. And how this truly is a gift, and this is not guaranteed for anyone. And just allowing yourself to rest for a moment in this deep sense of gratitude for what you are able to experience in this body and in this life. If it feels like something you would like to do today, you can just let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feel that pulse of your palms into each other, and that pulse of your heart into your hands, and your hands back into your heart. And really just feeling this power that is you. As you take your final deep intentional breath into your body, just letting yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, so allowing yourself to let go of anything you're ready to let go of as you let your head gently bow. And just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows your heart to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened to this practice, completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today, for taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.